All right, Shalom, Shalom. All right, this is your brother Shamak out of the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started with this Godspeed, I want to give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach you well. All right, Shalom to the hopefully elect that believe and teach this truth across the world. All right, Shalom. All right, I want to come with a lesson entitled Our Success is Not Measured by This World. Okay, and what do I mean by that? It's not measured through the typical college degree, the traditional route. Our success is not measured by the things we have, the houses, the cars, the money, all right, the clothes, the fame, the attention. All right, our success is not measured by that. All right, and I say our as in the believers and the worshipers and the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Our success has to do with being delivered and saved in these last days. Our success is, our mentality and our spirit is in a whole nother place. Okay, these people's success is all about growing in the job, growing in the corporate America, the family. All right, ours is serving the Lord, man. Okay, so I want to start with 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. Okay, I'm gonna start at verse 18. It reads, "Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise." All right, so what does that mean? You have to become a fool. You have to humble yourself and really start all over when you receive this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the truth, and realize that you are a Hebrew Israelite. For you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans out there, it's like you started life all over again. You became a fool to be wise, to actually learn the truth about the history, our identity, the future, and the prophecies. You learn everything, man, through the Holy Scriptures, through the Bible. Verse 19, it says, or it reads, "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness." All right, yeah, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Lord. The Lord doesn't care about college degrees. The Lord don't give a fuck about your job. He doesn't care, all right, how you look or what you have. All right, He cares what you're doing for Him, the service, the work of the Lord, the laboring. That's what the Lord gives a damn about, man. All right, so let me prove that. Going to the book of Sirach, chapter 25, in the books of the Apocrypha, all right, which is also a part of the Bible. This is the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. I start at verse 7. I'm gonna try to read this quickly. Sirach chapter 25, verse 7, and it reads, "I will tell you about 10 kinds of people that I feel fortunate to know." So this is the Lord. This is the Lord's scriptures, man. These are men of the Lord. They were inspired to write these things down for us to understand in these last days, man, and for us to take heed and listen to. All right. It says, "I will tell you about 10 kinds of people that I feel fortunate to know, especially the fortune in the case of the 10th." So that 10th part, when in this list, number 10 is the most important. All right. But continuing, it says, "Someone who takes pride in his children." These are good things. These things come naturally. All right. That's why the men of the Lord, we are good people, man. We're the most genuine, sincere people on the earth, man. Even if our message may sound extreme, aggressive, but truly that's passion, that's faith, that's confidence, all right? That's boldness. But continuing, it says, "Someone who lives to see his enemies fall," and we do have enemies, starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's true identity, and along with these heathen nations that are against us, all right, that have conspired against us. Continuing on, verse 8, "A man fortunate enough to have an understanding wife, a married couple who are well matched, a person who never speaks sinfully, a person who doesn't have to work for someone less competent than himself, someone fortunate enough to have a real friend, a person that people are happy to listen to, and the really great one, someone who is wise. But the greatest one of all is the person who fears the Lord. Such a person," verse 11, "such a person has no equal, because the fear of the Lord is the most important thing in the world." You see that? The fear of the Lord is the most important thing in the world, man. So all the celebrities, the people, everyone who idolizes people in the world, who they look up to, the Lord, He cares about the fear and the faith in Him. That's what the most important thing is, man. All right, so we're going off what the Lord is with, not what the world is with. Everybody else in this world has things upside down, man. Our success is determined off the Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai coming before that judgment seat. That's what we give a damn about. All right, so I'll read that verse one more time, because that's truly, I was going to grab 3 scriptures, but I'm good with this one. I'm going to read Sirach chapter 25, verse 10 and 11 one more time, and it reads, "And the really great one, someone who is wise." And we understand what the scriptures say, Psalms 111, verse 10. The fear is the beginning of wisdom. Fearing the Lord, that's a wise thing to do. That's very, very smart of you to do the work of the Lord, to believe, have faith, all right? Be taught correctly, okay? Instructed correctly by the prophets, the men of the Lord. It says, but the greatest of all is the person who fears the Lord. Such a person has no equal. No equal, man. The men of the Lord are truly, we're truly above these people, man. We're truly above the world, all right? Even though it may not look like it, and that's cool. That's how the Lord works in mysterious ways. It says, because the fear of the Lord is the most important thing in the world. So that shows you that our success is determined off of the Lord. And that's determined off being delivered, being saved in these last days, man, from impending danger. Okay, because everything else is going to be destroyed, man. Everything else is about to get killed. Everything else is about to fall. All right, and that's the truth. Okay, so Lord willing, this lesson, this Godspeed, was straight to the point, edifying, and still encouraging to you sincere believers out there. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Hey, and shalom.